Teen Titans number 16. This is a fill-in issue. Percy's had a couple off because the last one was the Super Sons crossover, which was Tomasi.
Yeah.
And then this is a one-shot issue with Marv Wolfman and Tom Derenick, who's on art. Percy does come back, though, because he's in the solicits for the next issues. So this was just a quick fill-in. This is a Starfire-focused issue. And there's a little bit with Beast Boy and Raven. And it's kind of, this issue is kind of about her feeling self-conscious because she thinks she's too old for the other teammates, and the other teammates, like, because they say something to each other at one point and she doesn't hear, and she says, "Oh, what are you talking about?" And he's like, "Oh, it's young people stuff, you wouldn't get it." And then she feels self-conscious, and that's kind of the plot of the issue, is she goes off and gets into a fight feeling self-conscious. And then, by the end, it's like, "Oh no, we were just being embarrassed because we were talking about something stupid." And it's like, "Oh, you guys." And then I didn't like this issue.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah,
this was bad.
So when I heard about this, and it was Wolfman coming back to write the character he created, and it was going to deal with the relationship between Beast Boy, Raven, and Starfire, because they're kind of the Lost Titans, you know. They're not in the big leagues like Cyborg, and they're not, you know, they're not sidekicks, so they don't have connections to other heroes. Yeah. I got excited for that.
I just wanted to mention, I've just spotted the variant cover for this, which I didn't notice before. Did you?
Pretty cool.
Yeah, for some reason, so you've got Starfire with Beast Boy, who's in human form, but all the rest of the Titans are all animals with the costume. Yeah. You've got a leopard with Kid Flash's outfit on. Or maybe
that would be a cheetah.
Maybe a cheetah. Yeah, cheetah. Cheetah, leopard. Big cats. Yeah. Now, I get it for the speed reference. Okay, I get the cheetahs are the fastest ones. Alright, I'm not silly.
Well, and then you have a seal who looks like Gus from Saga, and the only reason I know that is because people love Gus on the internet.
Yeah, he's wearing Aqualad's outfit. Yeah. We have an actual Raven with Raven's little hood on, and you've got a Robin with a little Robin outfit on. So well, it's convenient that those two actually had animals in their name, so they just got those animals. That was nice and easy.
Exactly, that's fine.
So you were disappointed.
I was disappointed because I thought this was going to be something that deals with these three Lost Titans, and it just basically ended up being a refresher for Starfire's origin, which that's fine. I feel like some people might need a refresher. Even I need a refresher because I forget how she came to Earth and under those circumstances.
Yeah, but it obviously it's changed a little bit with New 52 and you know where are we at? What's the status quo with this?
Yeah, so basically she's from Tamaran, which is a warrior planet. She's the princess, and her sister are sent to another planet to be trained in the arts of war on Okara. And if you remember from Green Lantern, you had Fatality. I think she was one of the warlords of Okara. You know, so there's precedent there. And Tamaran ends up getting invaded by these guys. They're not the controllers. That's from Green Lantern.
I see them. Scions. There you go.
Scions, yeah. So basically, she gets traded to the Scions for basically them to leave Tamaran in peace, and they do these experiments, and it augments her already. You know, she already had alien powers to process sun, but they supercharged it, and that's why she can fire star bolts, and it's all stuff that, you know, it's familiar if you're familiar with Starfire. It's just the way that Wolfman writes it, it's very stilted. Dialogue is very 80s.
It doesn't feel like he had an idea and he wanted an issue because of that. It felt like they asked him, "Hey, we need a fill-in issue. Can you quickly come up with something?" And he just kind of rushed this out. Because the main plot of all the humans getting possessed by the Scions with all this tech, and then Beast Boy and Raven are also possessed with the tech and fight her. So we get a bit of fight with them.
But it doesn't even matter because in a page she solves it and then nothing happens.
Yeah,
with Beast Boy and Raven.
And then they hug each other and they're just still happy with each other. I don't know. That's just like it felt like a fill-in issue that really feels like a fill-in, where it doesn't feel like because not all fill-ins are bad. Sometimes, I mean, one of our favorite issues of Batgirl, this run of being in one of the fill-in issues, essentially. I mean, it wasn't. I mean, it was the same writer, but you know what I mean. Like, you know, one and dones can be good. There's nothing wrong with a one and done story. This was a bad one and done story, and Starfire's whole thing, where she feels like, oh, the younger team members don't want her around, and they feel
she's 3 years older than them.
Like, well, that's not even my problem. My problem isn't even the existence of it. My problem is that this has never been remotely hinted at all in Teen Titans. This is just this is a new issue that comes out of nowhere, where she just all of a sudden has this fear. That was my first problem with the book, but
yeah.
There
I
you
mean,
go.
again, that's what I get for getting excited over a level B character in Starfire, and you know, uh, yeah, that variant cover is great though.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, the regular cover is pretty good as well, to be fair.
Yeah, and I felt the art didn't do any justice either. It's super. It's not my kind of art, so it's kind of generic, and it looks fine.
It was
But
okay. It was very house style, I guess, is
yeah,
how you'd put it.
yeah,
Uh, but yeah, so Teen Titans number 16 is not necessarily. I mean, obviously, if you want your numbering to all be filled in, then get it. But honestly, it's kind of skippable, and will
yeah.
probably have no bearing on anything that happens in future
No,
issues, I imagine. Unless the Scions come back, which by the way, the Scions look very like cheap Doctor Who villain kind of, or Star Trek villains kind of
big
to
time.
them. I mean, it's comic art, and yet it feels like a rubber mask. You know,
Yeah.
whatever.